Hello.
In this episode, we are gonna talk about this entrance door.
Let's do it. Well, this actually was supposed to be the first task to do as soon as the containers arrive, because we thought we need to open up this door to get inside this part of the container. But as soon as we started doing it, we realized that we had some other important things to do. So this episode is a little bit confusing in a way because we started shooting and then we did something else and then we came back to the door and then we did something else and then we came back to the door. So that means we've been building this door for over a month now, maybe like 6 weeks already.
Yeah.
So I guess as we have too much video about it, we should divide this in two parts. So in this part number 1, we are gonna talk about the door all the way to the point that you can see now. That is a metal frame on the container welded already. And painted. But in order to weld this metal frame, we needed to know exactly the dimension of the door. So we actually needed to work on the wooden frame before. So I think we can get started.
As you can see, we have never used this one.
That's the first time we're using this. So let's jump in. This was funny, as this was the first time we were doing anything like this before. We didn't even know which tools to use. It was like really confusing. I didn't even know how to use the tools. So basically, I started the wooden frame trying to cut with a circular saw, but I realized that I didn't know how to do a straight cut with the circular saw. So I gave up and I tried to use a small hand saw, but was a mess. I thought it would be easier to go old school, but I could not cut a straight line. Then I gave up and we started doing with the, the router. The router was fine. We actually did the job with the router, but it was really tricky to be able to hold without like moving too much. But with the help of a chisel, we ended up doing it.
It seems to be. So this door that we are building here is gonna be around this letter.
Now that we have this wooden frame done, were able to measure the steel frames. Just hold like this.
Show us the result.
Guess good? Yeah.
So,
It was easier than I thought.
yeah, good.
I mean,
At least one of the machines.
yeah, it's slow, you just go slow. If you go slow, it's not dangerous, so it's fine, I guess. Until now. We did a good job, right?
Yes, seems to be.
Not really. I mean, this this seems to be fine. In the end of this episode, you realize that actually the dimensions are not fine, but we will fix it. The worst part is that the mistake was a mistake of the mistake. What I mean by that is that we cut all the pieces for the frame and then we assemble it together outside of the wooden frame. But we thought the top bar was too short, and I thought that, oh, if it's too short, the wooden frame won't go inside, won't fit. So we cut a second one, and then on the second one, we thought, oh, now it looks good. I think fits perfectly. And then we stopped with this task for like about 2 weeks, doing the windows and other things that you're gonna see in future episodes. And on the day we were supposed to weld, just to make sure, I was like, let's assemble it together again, all together. So just to make sure we are welding the right thing. And once I assembled it, I saw that no, actually, it's too short, the top bar. Well, after measuring a few times, this part is 2 centimeters short, so we need to cut an extra one. But don't worry, this is not waste. We have plenty of windows to use, and we have windows that's almost the same size as this. So we're just gonna cut a small part and use somewhere else. And let's cut an extra one now. Fingers crossed. Let's make it here.
So?
What's that? Yep. Perfect. Just need to get the angle grinder now and just take off 0 scratch. Let's do it. I need to get the proper safety here, so here we go.
I like it.
No, but then we're gonna get to...
So you are marking some points?
Yeah, just to make sure we are in the right position so we can cut the container. Yep, now that we have everything marked, it's time for some cutting. But today, as the weather is too good, and we have Michael, our friend that you know already, you've seen him a few times, that he's not working today and he likes to build things, so when he's free, he always comes to help us. And so we're gonna divide. So Mike is gonna cut this, I'm gonna weld the window for the next episode,
Yep.
and she's gonna prepare the door that we're just like sanding the door that's gonna be here in the future. So now, each one to each place, let's get to work. So, you can see, like a lot of things we have been doing in the past few weeks, like 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks. Today is something new that we've never done before.
Yeah, we are scared.
Yeah, I'm still a bit scared to do that, but we need to try. So now we're gonna paint this and all these frames for the windows. So I guess we need to start by reading the menu.
after that, we decided to put the door in place, and
That's what we were talking about. You know when I cut 3 times the top bar, actually the second time was on the perfect size. The size was just perfect.
yeah,
I thought it was 2 centimeters shorter, and then when we weld on place,
went like this.
it was too wide. So we tried to fit the wooden frame inside, and we have basically 1 centimeter in this side and 1 centimeter in this side. That means it was perfect, and somehow we saw it wrong, and now we have a problem to solve.
Bad news.
So somehow we're gonna fix this gap. I don't know how yet, but we'll come up with a way of fixing this 1 centimeter gap in each side, because the problem is on the top is perfect.
You're talking too much. I guess we can talk about that on the next part of this episode. So let's talk about that next Monday. So next Monday we are gonna talk about how you fix this problem, how you paint the door, how you put the metal parts in the door, and something else.
How we assemble the door. But first, we are only painting the door white for now.
Yeah.
The thing is, we are not sure about the color. Inside of the house, we want to have a white door. But outside, sometimes we think should be blue, sometimes we think should be white, yellow, sometimes we think should be green, or maybe
In between blue and
bluish green, something like that.
Yeah.
So if you have any opinion about that, just don't forget to leave us a comment on the comment section below,
Don't
and let us
forget-
know about the color you prefer.
But don't forget the container will be dark gray.
Oh yeah, need to be something that goes well
Yeah.
with dark gray. Not this gray. This is light gray. It's gonna be darker gray.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Needs to be to match with that.
Yeah.
So I guess I see you guys next Monday.
Yeah. See you guys next Monday. And if you're new here and you don't know that yet, we have a new episode every Monday at 10 o'clock at Brazilian time, 9:30, 10 o'clock. So as I don't know where you live, just make the math, but make sure to keep in mind that's Brazilian time, 10 o'clock in the morning, Monday, every Monday.
But if you subscribe to our channel, you can receive an email, so you don't need to do the math.
Yeah, that's easier. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. You just subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click on the little belt
Yeah.
when you subscribe, because if you click on the belt, that means
The bell.
the bell. No, belt. Yeah, no, belt is no. So you click on the bell, the little bling bling bling, to make sure you get an email saying that you have a new video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. So see you guys next Monday.
Yeah.